Alright, so we have been talking about having a collection of points or having a picture of a parabola and trying to work backwards to find the equation that goes with it. So this time, if you're given the two x-intercepts plus one other point, you should be able to use the intercept form to make the equation. So take a look at this. So on the first one here, this first x-intercept, I'd take that point and I'd plug it in there, and I'd take this other x-intercept and plug it in there, and that would leave me with the a value, and I get the a value by taking the third and final point, sticking it into the equation so I can find my a. Now you don't stick it in for a, stick it in for x and for y, and you try to find out what the a value is. Okay, so here are the steps involved in doing that. So plug in your x values into step number one. Plug in your x values into the intercepts, the p and the q. Now make sure that you remember that these things are liars. So this number is the number positive 1. When I put it in parentheses, it'll be x minus 1. Okay, keep that in mind. And then finally you're going to plug in, or should I say 2, not finally, plug in the third point in for x and for y. Step 3, solve that new equation for a, and then finally reassemble the whole equation, write down your final answer. Let's give that a try right here. Graph, write the quadratic function for this parabola. So I have my two x-intercepts and I've got my third point. So my x-intercepts here are the coordinates 1 and 4. So let's come right over here and go y is equal to a times x minus 1 times x minus 4. Remember, these things lied to you, so change the signs on the actual x-intercepts. Now to find the a value, I'm going to take this final point here, 5, 2, and I'm going to plug that in for x and for y, and then solve it for a. So 2 is the y equals a times 5 minus 1 times 5 minus 4. Alright, when I do this, whenever I simplify, 5 minus 1 is giving me 4, and this one's giving me 1. So this simplifies to 2 equals 4 times a. A equals 2/4, which of course is 1/2. You're not done yet. Write the equation. Y equals 1/2 times x minus 1 times x minus 4. Now you don't have to FOIL this out or anything. Just leave it like that. That's your answer, and you're done. So, not too bad, right? Probably not as easy at, no, it's just as easy really as the vertex form. So easy. In fact, I've given you 2 here for you to try on your own. Pause the video. So check this out. Twirl, twirl. Here's the answers. On the first one, when I put it into intercept form, make sure you change the sign of that -2 and change the sign of the 5, of course. Plug it in, simplify, we get 1/4 for the a value, and then rewrite the final equation. Okay, notice on number 2 here, one of the x-intercepts was 0. So I first wrote x minus 0, but then I go, oh, well that simplifies down to just x, so I wrote that x right up front. You can do the same thing, okay? Plugging it all in there, simplifying it down, we get 1.5 for our a value. Rewriting the equation, y equals 1.5x times x minus plus 4. There you go. So that's it on the intercept method. Whenever you have the two x-intercepts plus one other point, putting it into intercept form and coming up with a function for that graph. Okay, the last one is going to be standard form. Stay tuned for that.